Friends and fellow travelers, welcome to the Journey Well as we continue on with our Tarot and Shadow Challenge from the Tarot Diagnosis. Today the question is, what influences are present but outside of my awareness? So I'm getting the vibe that I'm going to have to pull two cards because of the S, influences. So let's go. Oh, I didn't even get to shuffle once. They just jumped out. I said, you said two? I'm going to make that happen. All right, so here we go. Two, what influences are, I'm going to read the question again because it's a long one. What influences are present but outside of my awareness? So the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Very interesting because I didn't get any reading off of this in the first place. So I had to go do a little bit of digging, a little bit of research, because specifically with this card, I read it as mastery and doing a repetitious task over and over until you gain that mastery. And I feel like I'm doing that. But the part that I missed is mastery and apprenticeship. So there is an influence of learning surrounding me right now that says you're gaining mastery in one way, but there's so much that you have to learn. I've not been doing this for very long. And so I have honestly had this influence of desiring to find a teacher, desiring to workshop, desiring to learn and study and not necessarily read a book, but maybe read a book, maybe go to a class, maybe have a mentor, maybe become an apprentice of some sort that I can connect with someone as we both grow. And I didn't read it this way. So very literally, this card made me become aware of the influence that's already around me. As I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't understand what it is it's telling me to do, as I'm researching and looking up some of the other alternate meanings of the card. And then as soon as I see the apprenticeship, I'm like, oh, come on. Really? Yeah, perfect. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Craftsman, tooling away on your 8 coins. And the other card, was the Seven of Cups. And this one, is overwhelmed, but it's also ideas. And, there's all these different cups. And what comes up in me is the illusion aspect of it. And specifically to getting the opportunity, focusing down on one of these cups and pursuing that, but then also having another cup come up and saying, hey, you're doing great here. How about this over here? I think that I can say yes to things. I can see stability growing. I can see proficiency increasing. I can feel really good and capable. And then as soon as it happens, the universe will provide me new opportunity. And someone will come in and say, hey, you're this and that. Would you mind doing this and that? And then I'll feel from my place of, you know what? Yes, I can. Maybe in the past I couldn't, but now I can. And then I say yes to the thing. And then inevitably, as I get closer to it, I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm not supposed to say yes to that because that's going to pull me away from the proficiency and the joy that I'm experiencing in building and honing my craft. And I said yes to something a couple weeks ago, and it's coming due next week. And I haven't prepared enough for it because I've been so focused on this. And now I'm pulling myself away from this, away from, let's call it the laurel cup, and going up to, I don't know, this head one. No reason. But I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have said yes, but I got confident. And that illusion of I can do all these things and all these things will be good for me, it's an illusion. It is. And I'm being influenced to realize through my own mistake, again, that next time something that comes up that isn't aligned with this and is aligned with something else that I did 3 years ago that someone just discovered and wants to bring me in to do a workshop or a presentation, I got to say no. But I can't say no to this. I will complete what I committed to, but then the influence is focus. Like these two cards together also, speak to that as well. Like I said, this is ideas, this is mastery. So in that respect, from that angle, these two are telling me, that the influence says, hey, don't do all of the things. Focus on the one thing that, don't do all of them. Focus on the one thing that's creating your joy. You have a lifetime of knowledge to learn. It's not a year. So don't do everything. Focus on the one thing. You made a mistake. You went and signed up for this thing. You went and said yes to this thing that you shouldn't have said yes to. And it's going to prevent you from making the progress at the speed that you could make it. And envelop the joy that you could experience from just getting it done and growing and becoming confident in this person that you are and this way that you show up in your life. And people are going to ask you and give you opportunity, and it's going to be really exciting. But you know what happens? You stop doing the work, and these pentacles on the wall will just hang there, and you'll come back in a year going, oh man, I was doing so well at this. And then I stepped away for this dragon cup or whatever opportunity comes up. Then I'm like, yeah, I can do it. I can't. If I want to succeed, I have to focus in on what I love. And if it doesn't serve that, one of these cups, this one right here, is for me understanding how Kabbalah, what that is, how it connects to tarot, how the number systems and the tree of life go together. Pursue that in a simple way over time, but don't lose sight of investing in your tarot practice, Eric. Okay, that's the message. That's the influences that are surrounding me, and I think it's a wonderful practice to do this because it starts one way. And then as you start to unravel the meaning and ask yourself questions and get frustrated and seek information and learn, even in the span of 10 minutes of sitting here, you come up with one answer. Then all of a sudden another answer unfolds because you're like talking through it. I'm talking through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So not only is each card an individual statement for me, but the combining of those two, the way they talk together, is the final like, boom, is the final right cross. That makes me go, yes, yes. Okay, there's the message. I started out frustrated, kept with it, asked myself questions, and then all of a sudden I get that vitalized feeling in my spirit, in my soul, because I understood the message. Understanding is such a delicious fruit. So I want that for you. I hope you can sit with that frustration too if you felt it or if you feel it. And ask yourself great questions so that you can figure out what it is that is trying to move in your spirit, because there's a message. And I hope if you like this video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and would love to have you in the next one. But until next time, journey well, my friends.